Thanks to the good luck and the interesting advice that definitely lines up with, you know, reality. All the advice I've received, that sure is some of it. Hope you're doing well.
So, you're...
Those sure are words that you're putting together that don't really seem to line up with what you're saying. Are you doing glideless tonight? You run ETD, how can I have trust in you? Alright, sounds good. Yeah, I think Crystal's run and my run are on very opposite ends of what that category can look like.
Now that...
And Ashley's is somewhere in the middle, I think. Like, I basically routed away anything that was remotely challenging
The Rhinox...
for the sake of getting a run done without having practiced. Trolley is optimal. It's not even close to not optimal. I got the trolley was 60 seconds faster than one of the orbs that Crystal did. We swim in air, it's still optimal with the trolley. Like, like, we're doing orbs that are like borderline 2 minutes. Wait, what? And that's what you get for making jokes around me. For real, for real. Yeah, as we know, all I do is gatekeep. If you're playing Spyro and you want, like, a decent time at a category, you're gonna have to go past me, right? That's, like, where all of my times are. Like, you can make an argument that 120 and 100 egg have passed that point, but in general, I'm, like, the gatekeeper to having a decent time in, like, every category. I swear this setup has more input delay than emulator. Yes, exactly. By definition, if I pass myself, I'll finally have a good time at a Spyro category. I guess you could argue that my 117 is also, like, pretty good. But it's also not, like, amazing. I'm taking this, it's just, I'm testing the disc, I don't really care how the run goes. A couple failed whirlwind bypasses aren't really gonna matter. Have you done 3NE, or are you talking about Reignited? I'm running on PS2, but I'm not using a CRT. I'm using like a regular 4K TV. And it's just, there are moments where the inputs feel more delayed than I expect. Like when I charged and it came out late. I need gems for this category. So I'm going to do that. It's not really a big deal. My 3NE time is weird. So as you can see, it's on emulator. I actually spent a couple days trying to beat it on console and I couldn't. It was a run where like basically everything went right. Obviously it's like within my skill level, but it's at the very extreme of my skill level. This is an egg category, so I do this. But yeah, like I'm only sort of joking. I think a lot of people who do start categories can and do use my time as this is not the right routing. Yeah, I would love a gaming monitor. I physically don't have space for one. I have my laptop screen, and that's all the space that I have for anywhere near me. This is not the right route. I'm planning to move to somewhere with a bit more space in the near future, and that's when I will be switching over. But yeah, right now I'm on a just a regular TV, and I suspect that I've got a little bit. Yes, an iPad screen, finally. Yeah, it's not like I grinded 3NE for a super long time, but I did put in, like, some practice, a handful of sessions. No? Yes! Woohoo! That didn't look like it was going to make it. Yo, thank you for the 10-stream watch streak. I appreciate it, especially with how, like, randomly I've been streaming lately. That means a lot. Good morning.
Hey, Spawn.
Non-ironically, I've watched some 3NE ILE races. They are pretty fun. I'd theoretically be down at some point. It's not... I think, as you can understand, it's not really a priority in my life right now, that category. But... I would be down at some point. That actually might be a category, other than Helmet, that Jaren would be into as well. It resembles, like, Glitchless 100 Egg, except you can do stuff in the levels if you want. Yo, Dylan. But yeah, thank you so much for the 10 stream watch streak. Oh yeah, no, definitely. Though, actually, I find Helmet to be about the same on emulator and console. It's not something that I see a big difference in.
Thank you for
Others do. They say emulator's easier. It feels about the same for me. Helmet wasn't really the problem when I tried playing this on console. Apparently, like, the way that the lag works is why it's not that big a deal.
Hi, Spyro. I bet you can't catch all 15
Like it's
of the
easier with
lizards
more
running
lag or
around
something.
Here. Just come back if you want some.
I never had that
tips
much
from
trouble
the
on
master.
Mednifin, though, which supposedly has less lag, so who knows. There is a timing aspect, but it's not like mega precise. It's because there are so many backups if you're remotely in the right ballpark. Yeah, Helmet at the end of the run, very stressful. Oh, Dylan, thank you. But just, like, as a trick in general, it's not really one of the harder ones in the series or anything. Thank you, Dylan. I really appreciate it.
Hey!
I hope work goes well. I hope you're in air conditioning and staying cool.
All right. If
Go get him, Spyro. I'll do this even though it doesn't really matter. It's not 117. So I don't need the gems. This is a new disc. I did sit for a while in Sunny to make sure that, like, the anti-crack didn't trigger. To make sure that I bought a legitimate copy of the game. Sorry, I'll read that all in a minute. Less than a minute, like in a moment.
Whoa!
There are 150, but the 150th requires full completing the game to 117%. So it's literally just 117. No AC, I'm sorry. I hope you're able to stay cool. At least it's getting later.
At last.
Alright, let's see if I can hit boar. Not really expecting it. Yeah, no. That's fine. That's why I have the gems. There's a jump you can do, but my brain is not really ready for it.
Here.
You get used to it, but yeah, like you saw, I just kind of slipped over him a little bit. It's something you can get fairly consistent. Like, obviously, 100 Egg Runners do it fairly consistently. But even they can sometimes just lose the feel, you know? Like, I think semi-recently, like last 6 months, Silent went through an arc where he was struggling with it. And Silent is insanely good at this game. I have, like, but not very often. And I mean recently. Like in this current practice push. In 100 Egg, and probably in this, it's optimal to get it second try, but you have to be really confident to go for that. And by second try, I mean after get Death Abusing on the first egg if you go through in the normal order.
Take this. Well, that's never.
Spyro!
I'm also kinda doing this to get a feel of if I want to go back to 100 Egg soon. It's a category that I normally enjoy, but my PB is also, like, pretty good at this point. It's not just free to beat.
Hey there.
It's also not, like, amazing. I have a 103, which is, I think, 50th place in the category. It's roughly on par, and after Emu loads, I guess it's better than, like, Fady's beginner route. But not by a lot. But I think, like, you could make an argument that this is my best game of the three. You can make a reasonable argument that it's Spyro 1. Yeah, and, like, FDS is banned for that category anyways, if you look at the rules. Yeah, because it's one of those where there was, like, basically an unwritten agreement and so on. I think 3.5 is similar. Like all the 3.5 categories. Oh, there are so many Speedway gems I don't really need to go out my way for anymore. I could have sworn it was. The Spyro 3 prototype specifically. The Jan whatever one. And it's basically because they're like the three people who run that category other than me agreed on it, which I have no problem with. But just like, yeah, you as if I remember correctly, you aren't allowed to run that on FDS, even if you want to. And based on how this is going, my PlayStation just doesn't like burned discs very much. So I'm perfectly fine with that. It seems fine with, like, originals. Yo, thanks for the good luck. Much appreciated. And the accurate egg count. This is the sort of category where at some point I'm going to get in trouble for yapping. I don't know when it's going to be, but I'm just going to, like, blank on something I'm supposed to be doing. And that's fine. Like, this isn't a category I take very seriously, it's just probably the best way to test the console, the console and disc. This category is great because we end on Wide Hunter.
Whoa!
The Wide Hunter. I will say, since we were talking about 3NE ILE, it's kind of disappointing how many of the Spyro 3 category extensions are just variations of any percent and like require those sorts of tricks. But I don't really know what you can do other than like 15,000 gems, which is on the extension spreadsheet. There's not really much you can do that resembles anything else, you know?
Oh, hi, Spyro.
I do wish I were capable of doing all life bottles, though. Like, other than that very last one in Midnight, it does look like a lot of fun. And, you know, I like that sort of nonsense trifecta that you could do. cool. No crash. I mean, a lot of those weird proxies have value in any percent in 100 egg too. But yeah, like, I mean, as you know, I run 117. I would say 117 is my favorite category for this game. And I take a free look at boar proxy, and that's about it. I don't really concern myself with those sorts of things.
We had a dra- This egg.
If it weren't for the boss rush, and I guess like Mystic Marsh, I would really like Hundo. If any run I can get past that
Okay,
point, I
good
do
luck.
genuinely
Just
enjoy.
remember, stay away from the sharp end.
But like, I'm fairly vocal about this. Spyro 2 as a speedrun, not really my favorite game. Oh, wait a minute. What was that snipe, dude?
Wow.
Yeah, pretty much.
My plane.
Bit of a scuffed Bluto, but didn't die. You kind of expect to go sparksless in this category there, so...
Let's head on.
No one said that. I'm on console, so it's a pain to get to do sparksless. All the sparksless stuff I do is on emulator because it's just so much easier to deal with.
When I heard the song.
Yeah, I mentioned this in Derek's stream earlier. Like, I do a lot of modding stuff for Archipelago, and so I sort of treat DuckStation as a development build where I can mess around with what the games can and can't do. So I don't love running on DuckStation in case I accidentally miss those two. Like, if I have to run on DuckStation, I have to run on DuckStation, but like... it's not really my ideal platform.
Spyro.
For the longest time, I kept speedrunning on Mednifin just to keep them separate.
Hello, Spyro.
So there was no chance anything could happen. But once you go to console, it's really hard to switch back and forth between all three. DuckStation's the one that feels closer.
Looks like you're ready.
Again, like, you know that gets auto-modded now. This time it's on you. Imagine not remembering every single thing that happens on my stream.
Nice work.
And yeah, I get, hello. Totally get dropping Sparkless, at least for now, once you get access to console. My console being weird was a good excuse for me to push Sparkless a bit. And now that I'm, like, approaching world record, I have reason to keep going. You know?
Okay, Dre.
Alright, let's see how Bridge Swim goes. Well, I'm glad I've made an impression. Do you remember the good ones? I'll take that. Not first input, but perfectly acceptable. This is egg, so... I know it doesn't really matter because we have to come over here for Country Speedway anyways, but, like... Oh, that's fair. I don't blame you. I'd do that too if I ran Spyro. I don't remember in PB when I get those 2 eggs. I don't think it really matters. In 100 Egg, you get them before Bird, and 117, you get them after. I need to free these guys. Hi, Sergeant Bird. You planning to cooperate?
So, Sir, bereit?
Thank you for the present.
Mission accomplished.
I'm kind of just winging in this. It's like a mix between 100 Egg and 117. I am green sparks, which I don't love entering this tunnel. Because the hitboxes on these are weird, they don't really match the visuals, but that works in both directions, you know? Like, hey look, yeah. Again, I feel off. I don't get it. I feel obligated to mention that these are homing missiles, by the way.
Before I was coming.
That doesn't surprise me. It doesn't feel awful. It's just the homing missiles thing. Alright. Thief, Spooky Swamp. Felt like that was good, but apparently not. Honestly, like, so I know Torinite. We sort of worked together when he was picking up OG 100 Egg. I watch a bunch of his streams, so I've seen a lot of SRT3 Any. Based on that, I went back and I was like, oh, maybe I'll give this another go. I didn't have a great time with this casually, but no, it feels just so rough to me. And I think a lot of that comes down to, like, flame charging not really being a thing. Somehow I took 2 hits of damage here. Classic sleepyhead. There's like fodder ahead, it doesn't matter. As long as I don't go sparksless here. Well, that works too, I suppose.
This one.
Yeah, for me, it's just I got so used to specific speedrun tech in OG. Like, you can flame... Not even, like, gems homing in from flame charging, but, like... Sorry, hold on. Trying to figure out how much I want to push this. I don't, is the answer. I don't need the gems. I'm sorry, what? I slowed down for you. How did that happen?
Ow!
Like, you saw me slow way down for him. Like, I sat on top of this one. I guess it's because I didn't go out my way for the greens, which is normally where my time comes in for that. At any rate, yeah, so like in Alpine in Spyro 1, in just running through the level to the vortex, no crazy ladder strategies, nothing weird. You can basically single frame flame the big yellow enemies and run past them, as long as you don't bonk on their hitboxes. I feel like SRT really hates that flame charge movement, even when it's not for collecting gems. That was my experience with both 1 and 3 when I played them back recently.
One egg. If you clear my...
And I have a lot of trouble getting over that. Like, that's a pretty big deal for me because that's just sort of fundamental to my OG movement. So it feels very strange. Honestly, I don't think I got far enough with the supercharged controls to matter when I played it back recently. 25, give me the 10.
You are...
Woohoo! Funny Thelonious animation, let's go. Thelonious is another funny name for a dragon. Shoutouts to Mingus and Reese and Stubby. Yeah, Lateef is my favorite baby dragon from Spyro 3. Yeah, that checks out. Alright, let's see if I can hit Boulder. I've been having more trouble with this on console. On emulator, it's fairly free, so you can see me mashing the circle button, and Spyro just doesn't. No, not even close. I got nothing off that proxy. It doesn't make much of a difference in this category. It's a huge deal in any percent. Once you get the hang of Boulder, it's like 90+%. It feels very, very good.
We would be...
Oh, dear.
Yep, that's correct. And you can kind of tell because there are various ways to softlock yourself with the thief stuck in the dying animation. If you charge into where the thief is stored, that's one. But you can also get the firework Rhinoc that's on land to explode into that space, and it softlocks too. I want to say Katsu did that, but I'm not positive. There was something in the Discord last year. So yeah, that's actually why you see me like turn into a really sharp angle. Because if I just hold charge, I soft lock by killing the thief. Most people go down, I go up. I'm just more comfortable not being near the death plane. It doesn't really make a huge difference.
Please take
I think it makes none in this it's a couple seconds entering Bentley. It just mostly doesn't matter. Yo, thanks for the good luck. Hope you're doing alright. Hope you're feeling a little better. That said, I can't believe you like the heat like this. That's crazy. Like, it's not much cooler, but it's a little cooler here than what you told me. And I am not having a great time. I can't imagine a world where I would go for a walk in this, for example. No one's ever run that category. And Sparksless Hundo. Spyro. I will not. I've convinced myself that I can just do a run. Like, arguably, I should replace Idle Springs with something better. But just realistically, I can do a run with what I have and get a functional time. Which is generally my goal for those sorts of things. Oh, there's one more of these guys. Okay, cool. Alright, we're out of Country Speedway.
We got the...
I mean, it's not. Idle Springs Fish loses, like, massive amounts of time, even if you get good RNG, right? Ideally, you drop Pencil and Idle Springs puzzles and do True Love 1 and 2. But that's a much harder jump that I wasn't comfortable doing without practice. And I have done some specific jumps to like send footage to the existing runners, you know. But I hadn't been like practicing to do a run. Yeah, I would say that that's probably one of the hardest. Ashlew has a different setup that I think is supposedly easier, just a lot slower. I wasn't willing to risk it, but now looking at like the time, how long it took Crystal, even if you fail it a few times, it's still worth it. Sorry, loud noise warning, I forgot. Well, there we go, we're good.
Oops.
I got jump scared in Derek's stream by that. I normally give a warning, and I just totally forgot. Well, like, I was testing my disc and I had Dark Stream on in the background. And so, like, I heard just a bang as I was doing something in game, and it's like, is my disc broken? Oh no, I just have Spyro 3 stream on in the background.
Hey! Whoa!
I was like, is the disc broken? Is this bad?
All right. Now that...
I love this upcoming egg in this category because you can just rest for like a minute and a half.
Wow!
Wow.
I'm thinking you're it.
Because I don't need the gems. Alright. Time to do some texting for the next 90 seconds. Oh, yo, thanks for the good luck. Sorry, I'm literally texting. Yeah, I figured that this was a good one to test my new disc on to see if it worked. Seems to be working fine. I'm not, like, taking this seriously or anything. But, I mean, I'm doing my best. But... Oh.
I can't believe...
Farley and Bone Dance. I'm planning to, at least. If you look at the extension spreadsheet, you'll see both. You'll see Crystal's, mine, and Ashley's PBs all uploaded, and we all approach the category very differently and do different orbs. But yeah, Crystal's VOD is definitely very useful for this kind of thing. Being the world record and all.
Hey!
I'm ready to... It's good to be back at it.
I can't believe we're all agreeing to just do fish 40 times and say that's good enough. Wait, what am I doing? This is not 117. This is Bone Dance. Oh boy, the Waldo dance. I read that as Weirdo Dance, and I'm like, you're not wrong, but that's not the reference, and then I reread that message. I can. I don't want to do it, but I can imagine it.
Here.
My friend is here.
I'm more than good on gems. I might even be able to just pay into Bentley instead of zombieing. I think zombieing's still faster, even if I have the gems. Shoutouts to Mingus. We're gonna get Rees soon as well. I just run through the level. I can't be bothered to learn a good route. Yeah, this level is stressful. That cannon jump helps. It also helps if you're not going for any of the strats.
Step.
Tonight is my big...
Yeah, 67x. Nice. Icy is a tough one, though. Like, it's one that I struggle against my gold in 117. Like, I tend not to come close. I feel like it needs a level of precision that I just don't have right now. Alrighty. See you in an egg. See you at 68, the meme compromise number. Hola. But also, 67 is good here because that's the right egg count for before Nancy.
We did it!
I've been kind of like autopiloting through some of this, so I'm glad that I have the right egg count. La la. Yeah, I definitely voiced Nancy. I'm the highest paid voice actor on the entire cast.
Oh, by the way,
It's called lying. I'm very good at that. Just like Apollo, I'm great with the liar. That too deep a cut. It might be too deep a cut. No one's ever lied in Scorch before. Shoutouts to Rees. It's also worth noting I have no idea what quality my PB is in this category. I just know that it's on Mednifin.
You bumbling, idiotic what?
My tactic.
And I have to imagine that Mednafen loses a similar amount to console in this category versus 117. It's not quite as much because of SBR, but it's very similar. So looking at like something like 2.5 to 3 minutes. No double for me. That was fine. I mean, it wasn't great, it wasn't bad. It's just sort of Spike. There's a cool out of bounds in here that I don't know how to do. But you can basically like skip directly to the end of the level.
Hi, Spyro.
Some of the 149 eggs Sparks level strats are really cool, but I just can't. I'm gonna do this accelerated 117. I know what you mean, but like, to me, extended charge jumps feel like glides. Like, I've literally watched Crystal do an extended charge jump and say, well, that's clearly a glide. So I'm not really the best judge of these types of things. I ain't calling you nothing. That was terrifying. I ended up at the wrong angle.
Excellent work.
But no, the time in Glimmer when I said, well, is a glide, isn't it? It looked like a glide buffer out of a double jump to me, because I genuinely can't tell.
Listen to me, Dre. Spyro.
Well, as renowned Spyro runner Kermit the Frog says, it's not easy being green. So we're going to have to be careful here. I am out of practice. I don't trust myself with the flop. Oh, you found a pointless time save? I'm interested.
According to I just bought some Insta-Sprout Ultra Super Grow seeds from a bear with a bag of gems.
Wrong category, what am I doing?
And I can't make them do anything. You can have a couple if you like.
Oh, I mean, that's interesting. I'd give that a look.
You've been doing great.
I mean, time save is time save, right? Yikes, that's bad. Hello? That's not the right input. Someone told me the right input. Let's just not and say we did. Stop losing time.
At last.
I don't think that's true. I'm not really qualified to judge one way or the other, but I don't think that's true. Top 3, maybe. Yeah, it's the annoying person who invites themselves to these sorts of things. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Thank you.
Good day, Spyro.
Good day.
Where have you... So... I must admit...
But yeah, like, Derek and Tornite practicing for their GDQ race has made me think about doing more 100 Egg.
You did it!
But I'm not quite ready to commit to that yet. I feel like I have a pretty easy 101 since my mid 103's on Medneven. But beyond that, I don't really know. Yippee! I also voiced Sparks. That's why I play without him so much. I don't like the voice. I need to figure out that flower. I lost 2.5 minutes in the 1545 to it by not bouncing at the right place. Yeah, honestly, I'm just Tom Kenny. I'll say my classic Tom Kenny line. Hi, everybody! Nice stutter jump. I'm gonna try and stop optimizing the jump that leads to the flower and focus more on the flower. I think that's the way to go. I am due at some point to run back the 293 collectible trifecta, but I'm not really in a position with 64 orb where that's a thing that's going to happen. Even 80 dragons, I don't think I'm really in a position to do that. I really do want to push 80 dragons down to sub-hour though. Yo, welcome on in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well and staying cool. sorry you're melting. Cool liquids and other foods. Thanks to the good luck. Alright. Also, shoutouts to Tater, Kobe, and Nori. It's the hunter eggs in the first 3 worlds.
Look out, Spyro.
Tater is another good egg name. Because you can just swim into that level. It's not really... Like, yeah, you can basically just immediately waterfall in. It's not a good challenge. Would make for good category extension. I'm scared. I have to do Agent Spyro on console. Belly of the Whale. Yo, thanks for the good luck. Ice melting. I'm scared. It's wide huntering time.
Be careful, round.
You got it. Actually, you know what? That cannon jump is free. So I can kind of do that. I can toggle the flag that puts him in jail. But none of this stuff is in logic until you free him from jail anyways, so I don't know how much really changes. I'd have to look at some details. But, I mean, it's definitely possible, I just don't know how well it would work, and if there are any technical limitations. But yeah, somewhere in my notes I have the memory address of what determines if he's in jail or not. The tutorial doesn't lock when Hunter's in jail. Hunter stays in the home worlds.
Yes!
Like, it's really funny, because if you skip the tutorial eggs and come back in the middle of Evening Lake, he'll still be there. It's a work-release program, basically. I will say there's no way. So he goes away there once you've entered whatever the level is. You know what level I mean. Spooky Swamp. And so there is no practical way to see him there after you've put him in jail. 130's mediocre.
Gee.
That wasn't super good, but it's not like it was bad. Yes, that works. That wasn't really what I was trying to have happen.
Would you look at that? These here water.
Sorry, what? Oh, it's okay. I forgive you.
Well, I hate.
Also, I didn't respond. Sorry, Hunterless is crazy. I love it. As the inventor of Ape Escape %, where we intentionally try and get Hunter hit in the head with a coconut, I am in favor of this. That one's real. Most of what I've said about me being something is a lie. That one's real. I actually ran that on stream a few days ago. Deal with you later. Just can't even. Where's this other dingus? Yeah, it's been a good run so far. Not perfect by any means. I have no idea how people do frame-perfect pauses. I cannot do pause buffer strategies. Like, I had a bunch of frames there, and I just couldn't get it. Okay. I'll press it now. Aren't you glad I don't do this strategy when we have Deathlink on? Granted, zombie doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh, hi, Stubby. I'll have to get you later. Zombie doesn't make a lot of sense in Archipelago. Also, the initial zombie, the one that's successful, still counts as a deathlink.
I will...
Because your health does hit -1. That's a real thing.
If you use your...
Alrighty, have fun. Hard disagree on that one.
I never go... Thanks, bro.
Welcome to...
didn't need to hover there.
Ah!
Fat dummy! Oh, I knew you'd do it! Go and show him not to mess with us! Remember to block his eye punches and hit him low when he tries to block.
Boxing 1, boxing 2. Indeed.
You should go back and... Only two? This is the last round.
Woohoo! I did it in under 60 seconds. I saved 3.03 seconds.
Hey!
Really? You say so.
Say, Spy...
I challenged him. Well done. Thanks for helping.
It's fireworking time. Shoutouts to Stubby. Friend of the stream. Much appreciated. Yo, thanks for the good luck. Good to see you. You're up pretty late, aren't you? Hope you're doing well.
It looks like...
Ah, well, hopefully you're able to get some rest. I think wrapping around is faster, but I also don't really care. Since I have to do twin dragons, I don't think it's as clear-cut anyways.
It looks like this...
I'm scared!
Hey. If you see him...
Come on. I've had a hard time hitting Agent Spyro on console.
Hi, Agent Knight.
But because I'm using a Bluetooth connector, it's a much bigger thing than if I were using just a PS2.
Thanks for what...
I died there in Sparksless to that exact same cycle. You redeemed it? Nice. Congrats. Was it a good run?
Here.
Twin Dragons hurts my hands. Nice. Beats mine. Like 20-ish seconds. Yeah, I'm not a Twin Dragon fan, if you will. Is this cutscene crash?
That's it. I've had enough.
Now that's fine. Those are expected.
This might be our...
Normal cutscene crashes just mean you open and close the disk tray, and it fixes itself. The ones I was having are very, very different. They were... the game wasn't loading. It seems like it was burned discs, because I wasn't having trouble with 1 or 2, and this original disc for 3 is working fine. It's hard to say because, like, it wasn't 100% of the time. But that's part of why I'm doing this category. It's, like, long enough and has enough loads that I have some idea what's going on.
Princess Amy.
It's reefing time.
When I saw that... Spyro, You did it, Spyro!
Did you hit Dog Proxy in your new Vortex PB? I knew you were talking about doing that one. Okay. Oh, come on. Just put me on the UFO, dude. The effort counts for something. I don't go for that in Vortex. Thanks for the first part of the GG. You have completed the any percent part of the run. Yo Momo, thanks to the G.
Just before...
This time I can do what I did during the 1545 and just leave. Finally.
That last egg must...
Don't worry.
Drat. Double drat. Drat, 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 drat.
Oh, well.
I've been trained.
I'll take it.
Nice.
Hi, Spyro.
This is one of the levels, the few levels that I do anything approaching what's correct.
What was that?
What was that? Did you see a time loss? I think I saw a time loss. Take it from me, Spyro. Never spend a week in a cage. Next thing you know, you'll be knee deep. Your island will be knee deep in time loss.
These You clear? Just as Nice work. Now I can swim. The lab.
Yo, we already have Tony. Let's go.
Thank you.
There's some fodder up ahead, and it's not like we need gems, so.
Would you like to see?
Really? Good.
I'm afraid my mat. Well done.
Medium rare. You're not wrong.
Here, you can have...
Don't really want to risk the run to that.
One of those dogs is... Behind this...
That's fine.
I see you. I've waited. The first, the riddle. Well, you may not... My, such a brave reptile you are. But you'll need much more than bravery to win the championship.
bit of a weird tanks to it,
That
but
was...
I'll take it. Yeah, I don't have the game up. Nine eggs to go. 8 now.
Well, jump and jump. The sheriff promised.
Alrighty.
5
5 to go.
Well, good luck to you.
Or 4 to go. 6 to go, rather. 3 here, 3 in harbor.
One of them dinosaurs. That was
3 eggs to go. Forgot I'm on FDS, so Atlas Warp is faster. There are a couple places where that would have saved a little time. Hobie. Alright, it's time. Get your wide hunters ready.
Where do these...
Alright, time ends when the egg hatches.
Yeah!
Thanks to the GGs. Let's just verify. Yep, 149 eggs.